today I'm actually using my microphone on camera. I know, it's amazing. It is a sort of long-awaited video. Long-awaited. It's not really long-awaited. But my 2K Q&A video is finally here. I've gotten around to it. And I'm really excited to present the video to you guys. I had quite a few questions. Quite a few of them were pretty awesome. Actually, all of them were pretty awesome. And I'm glad, first, to everyone who has subscribed. All 2K, all 2,000. It's more than that. It's about 2,050 now, which is amazing. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. Let's get to the questions, because obviously that's what you guys care about. So, I have my computer pulled up here with the questions on it, and we'll get on to it. Okay, so starting off with Schnook SMR, he asks, where do you get all the weird 80s words like bodacious and stuff for the Funky Kong roleplays? Well, Schnook, that's a pretty good question. Most of them are sort of just words that I've known or have found in movies or online, or other friends have said to me. Some of them I found from other Funky Kong videos, and actually quite a few of them I've actually just taken from Donkey Kong games. So, like Deeds Geese and bodacious and stuff like that are just fun little words that I've just kind of taken from a bunch of different sources, like Mang and Broham, stuff like that. Just fun words. I like saying them. Anyway, it's a nice question. Next we have Ronan. He asks, what kind of hardware do you use when you record your videos? Well, it's also a pretty good question. So, currently right now, I'm recording with my iPhone, actually, of all things. I wish I could record with something better, but that's all I have, so gotta make do. And then, of course, I'm using this microphone right here. This is the Blue Yeti professional microphone. And I edit my videos with Adobe Premiere Pro, which is just a preferred method of video editing. It really could be anything, but that's what I use. And I mean, that's really it. There's not a whole lot. Right now I'm recording my audio with Audacity, but that's a free software. It's nothing special. So anyway, though, also a nice question. R. Koopa Bro asks, what is your favorite Nintendo series? And I think if you've watched my channel long enough, or if you even just know me as a person, obviously you'd know it's Animal Crossing. I don't know, I love Animal Crossing. There's nothing more to say, but of course I also love Mario Kart a lot as well. It's one of my other favorites. And Super Smash Brothers, of course. And a bunch of other franchises like Fire Emblem and Legend of Zelda and Mario and so on and so forth. But you get the gist of it. Animal Crossing is my favorite. Momika asks, what is your favorite lo-fi song? And that's a good question, because I have a lot of favorite lo-fi songs. I have like 300 downloaded, so it makes it kind of difficult to choose out of them. I think my favorite right now, personally, is this song called Elusive by Arbor. So if you want to take a look and listen to it, again, it's Elusive by Arbor, spelled A-R-B-O-U-R, I think. But anyway, that's my favorite right now. But of course, that's subject to change, just as my tastes change often. So, but for now, that's what it is. The Royal Princess Pinky asks, what inspired you to make a YouTube channel? Which is also, it's a pretty good question, because that goes back to the roots of my channel. I started, like 3 years ago, I think. I think it's been 3 years. It's been a while. So I started a while back. But before I started making ASMR, I watched ASMR quite a bit. And I think the first ASMRtist I ever watched was ASMRequests. If you've ever watched her, I think she has really fun videos. But I started watching her, and she got me into ASMR. And then from there, I found people like Danny Docile and the ASMR Gamer and other people like that, of course. And that kind of showed me the abilities that I could possibly do amongst role plays and video game inspired ASMR. So from there I got my own inspiration, and since no one was making ideas that I had, because they were my ideas of course, I decided I would make my own channel to express my own ideas that no one else was doing. And that's kind of how I started, and that's kind of still how I'm continuing, you know. I make videos for fun, just because I want to. It's a hobby, and I don't expect anything in return, and the people who watch my channel and support me are amazing, because I don't expect that kind of stuff back, you know. I just make the videos for fun, so I think it's really awesome. That's why I really respect you guys, and I'm so fluent with my community, because you guys are really important to me, of course. Next up, Pastel Platypus asks, what is your favorite Animal Crossing furniture set? Which is it's a kind of a hard question, since there's so many furniture pieces in Animal Crossing that I like. I'd have to say that probably the modern set, or the sleek, or whatever it was called, I don't remember now, something like that, is probably my favorite. But I also like, I think it was called the rustic or something like that. I also like that furniture set too. But I think the sleek, the modern sleek, is probably my favorite though. So hopefully that answered your question. Etika Loves Minecraft, which by the way I love that name, it's hilarious, asks, who would you want in Smash? And if I could give a top 5 list. So, if I could choose, if I were Nintendo and I could choose DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I would probably start off with Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Since I just really like him, I think that'd be a cool character to start off with. And I hope he's in Smash, but obviously I have no idea. I would also like to see Midna from The Legend of Zelda. I think that'd be awesome. I'd like to see Shantae, from Shantae, obviously. I would like to see... who else would I like to see? I'd like to see Skull Kid, probably, I guess. I think that'd be kind of cool. I feel like there was one more, but I can't seem to remember it now. That's pretty much it. My main characters that I want for Smash. It's bugging me because I feel like there was one more, but I can't remember who it is. So, anyway, that answers it the best I can. Those characters, I think, would provide pretty unique movesets overall, and would just be interesting to the game. So, again, hopefully that answered it. B-Lady asks, what is one place you dream of traveling to? If I could travel anywhere in the world, I would probably want to travel first probably to Japan, just because I think it'd be cool. The landscape is beautiful there. I think it'd be awesome just to travel there once. But if not that, if I had to choose somewhere else, I would probably say Ireland, because again, I think the landscape is very beautiful. I have, it sounds cliche, but I have Irish heritage, so I guess it'd be kind of cool to see where I came from. I'm not fully Irish, but I'm like Irish, Scottish, and German. So I don't know. Ireland would be cool. I think I'd like to go there. Chio486 asks, how many Nintendo games do you have? Yeah, that's a big question, because I have a lot of Nintendo games, and I've had a lot of Nintendo games over the span of me being a Nintendo fan. I've sold some, I've bought some, so it's kind of a hard question to ask or to answer. On my Switch alone, I have like 30 games for that. 30 to 35 games. Some of them are applications like YouTube, but those don't count. So, about 35 on my Switch. I have, let's see, I can see my Wii games from here. So I have 7 or 8 Wii games. I had about 11 Wii U games. I have about 9 or 10 3DS games, and I still have like 3 DS games. And I think I had like a couple N64 games, which I ended up selling at some point. Either way, I've had a lot of Nintendo games, so I'm not sure. I'd say probably around 50 to 70 over my lifetime. It's kind of broad, but somewhere around there. Mango Broadcast asks, do you like Pikmin? Well, I have to be honest, I've never actually played a Pikmin game. I've watched some videos about Pikmin. I've never actually played it. If it makes up for anything, in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, my favorite stage was Distant Planet, so kinda. I have never played Pikmin, and it's not to say that I don't like it, I have no experience with it, so I really can't give a valid answer on that. But I do think it's an interesting genre. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty cool, but again, I've never played it, so I really can't give too much experience on it. Ollie Oxenfree asks, what is your favorite ice cream? Mine is probably like mint or peanut butter ice cream or something like that. I like those. I also like coffee ice cream. I like lemon or lime flavored ice cream. But I'd probably say mint is probably my favorite. I like mint. Complete Madness asks, what is your favorite Smash? Well, Smash Ultimate is probably my favorite since it's the newest and it has the most. It is literally the Ultimate Smash. But if I had to choose one that wasn't, like the newest Smash, I'd probably have to say Brawl, just because of the nostalgia factor of, playing it when I was a kid. So that's probably my favorite Smash, beyond Ultimate. Nancy Gonzalez asks, what made you want to start ASMR? This is kind of similar to the question earlier about what made me want to start my channel, but I guess I can go more in depth on it. So I told you I used to watch the ASMR Gamer, and he had a bunch of role plays on his channel, which in turn, of course, inspired me. But there was a lot of ideas that I had that he never made, and so I thought, well, I think it'd be kind of fun to make my own ideas, my own videos, and not that I expect anyone to watch them or support me or anything like that, just for fun. It's a hobby. So that's kind of why I decided to make ASMR, simple as that. I didn't really plan on having a viewer base or really having relaxing videos by any means. But I started ASMR pretty much just for fun, to get my ideas out there, just to express myself in some way or another. So that's pretty much why I started my channel. N.G. Clayton asks, what kind of music do you listen to? Well, I think the question was asked earlier what my favorite lo-fi song is, and that kind of answers this question as well. Lo-fi is my favorite genre of music. If you don't know what lo-fi is, lo-fi stands for low fidelity, which essentially means in audio technical terms, it essentially means low quality music, which sounds weird. Why would you want to listen to low quality music? Well, lo-fi is a genre that is essentially relaxing or chill music accompanied by hip-hop beats. So it's just kind of a mix between, it's kind of like neoclassical almost in a way. It's just like old mixed with new. So you get that groove, but you also get that chill classic, piano or something like that, violin, something, So it's just an interesting genre of music. And I would recommend, if you've never heard of it or listened to anything, just search it up and see what you can find. You might like it, you might not, so it's worth a try. Toju asks, where do you see yourself in the future? I'd hope to be a graphic designer, preferably for video games of some kind, just to work on artwork for video games or movies, possibly, if it ever came to that, but preferably video games. I'd like to be a graphic designer for that. That's, I work on art. I think it's fun. I think it'd be a cool hobby as well as a job. So it'd be just a nice way to enjoy the job that I do, because I can make art for a living. So I think it'd be cool. Otherwise, in the future, I'd like to have a sustainable life, obviously, a nice family, hopefully, something like that. I'd still like to continue this channel for a while longer. I would hope so. Maybe we'll see. Maybe I could get popular. I don't know. Mei Chan, or Chan, asks, do you have a crush on anyone? Yes. Ray Gold asks, have you mostly been a Nintendo kid growing up, or did you grow up on different consoles? And this is actually kind of an interesting question, since you'd think I'd be the biggest Nintendo nerd out there, which I am. But actually, when I was in middle school, I first grew up on Nintendo, so that's where I started. When I was a wee little lad, I grew up on Nintendo. However, in middle school, I tried transitioning into something like Xbox, but I never got into it. The best game I ever played on an Xbox was Skate 3, and it's still my favorite Xbox game ever, like of all time, and honestly probably one of my favorite games of all time as well. I love Skate 3, it's so stupidly fun. But no, I'm obviously a Nintendo fan. I don't really play other consoles beyond that, but yes, for a short period of time I did play Xbox, but I like to forget that, obviously. ASMR Gaming News asks, what is one thing from the older Animal Crossing games that you wish they would bring back for the newer one this year? I think I would look towards Animal Crossing City Folk, or the original Animal Crossing Population Growing. Honestly, I think my favorite thing about Animal Crossing Population Growing from the GameCube and N64 was the fact that there were so many small little things that they were so minute and unneeded, but that's what made it great. Like the fact that during summer there would be morning aerobics, or the fact that on the ground you would randomly find sports balls, like soccer balls and stuff like that. I thought that was fun. I thought it was cool. It wasn't needed, but I thought it was awesome. There was also more holidays overall, which I thought was cool. There was a lot more events going on and stuff like that. So I feel like if they brought back anything, that would probably be my favorite. Is just more events, more holidays, more small little things that are stupid but they're fun, and I don't know. Daniel Lorenzo asks, how do you start watching ASMR? So I don't even really remember how I started watching ASMR. I feel that, I don't know, I was just on YouTube, just messing around watching whatever I was watching, I don't even know, and I randomly stumbled upon ASMR requests in her videos. And I remember, I think the first one, or one of the first ones that I remember watching, was her Departure Space Tours episode. And you'll realize if you've watched my channel for a while that I actually have a Super Mario Galaxy video inspired by her Departure Space Tours video. Now, of course, my equipment is nowhere near as good as hers, so the quality that I could make is not up to par. However, in the future, I'd like to recreate that video with better equipment and hopefully pay homage to her series with my own Nintendo-inspired series of that. So that'd be cool. But anyway, that's kind of off track. I started watching ASMR because of her. I found her channel, and I started watching other content like it, and then I found myself in the ASMR community. I've been there ever since. So that's, I don't know, it's a confusing, blurred history, but it exists nonetheless. Liv asks, do you think 2019 is going to be a good year for gaming? And if so, what games are you most looking forward to? Well, so far from Nintendo's roster of games, I do think 2019 is going to be quite awesome. I think that, well, of course, Animal Crossing is probably going to be my favorite game of this year. But of course, Super Mario Maker 2 is very amazing. I'm super excited for that. Otherwise, Luigi's Mansion 3, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, also known as Fire Emblem 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's a little joke if you've ever played Fire Emblem Fates. I don't know. Let's see. What else is coming out? The Legend of Zelda remake game, Link's Awakening, looks alright. I love Legend of Zelda, obviously, but I think it's just that art style. I know a lot of people talk about it. I don't know. I have to get used to it. I'm not a huge fan right now, but Link's Awakening was pretty fun, so it shouldn't be that bad, regardless. It's always nice to have more Legend of Zelda games, so I can't complain. Other than that, I don't know. I can't really think of any like outstanding games that I can't wait for beyond that. The Pokemon that we haven't heard anything about. Metroid was supposed to come out this year, but obviously isn't going to. So yeah, I mean, obviously some big AAA Nintendo titles coming out this year, so I'm excited for that. And of course, I'll be making videos over that stuff. I think that pretty much wraps everything up. That's all the questions that I have asked here. I hope I've answered them pretty well. I did my best. Anyway, though, I want to thank each and every one of you who submitted a question, and I want to thank everyone who watched this video and who has watched my videos, even if you're new to them or if you've been around for a long time. I want to thank all of you just the same. You all mean a lot to me. You're awesome. And I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.